There you go. Bam, what's happening? World Wrestling Live, good morning. Surprise, surprise. I got national champ Omi Acosta on here with us from LifeView. They kind of shocked the nation, didn't shock him. Just like the fighter said, I'm not surprised. He's not surprised, but I think the nation was. Uh, he went in, obviously his alma mater, much respect for Grandview. He loves it. I mean, he'll tell you without them and Mitchell, he wouldn't be who he is today. But he's been on a mission the last 5 years, mission accomplished. And he stopped their 10-year winning streak, right? Or 9-year winning streak this weekend.
Yeah, they were going for their 10th national title.
And man, that's awesome. Well, first of all, I mean, you and I have become close over this last year. And man, my son had you up on the phone all weekend while we were at the state tournament, and he was hitting me up like, "Hey, Omi's within 4, Omi's within 3." Oh, like he was getting alerts, and man, it was cool to see when we got out and we got to dinner. We looked it up, and at that point, you were up, and I think I hit you and Cole up with a little congratulations check. It had to be the mask, right?
I think so, man. I mean, I was wearing the mask. The whole second half of the tournament. So it must have been the match that you gave me, man. So,
yeah, man, I love it. Hey, so again, congratulations. I mean, first of all, obviously you are Miami bred, and you're very involved with Dade County with those schools down there. Obviously, your alma mater just won 20, their 20th, which is absolutely insane, incredible. Good for your alma mater there. And then I know you spend a lot of time with Southwest and the Gladiator Club and all the different schools around South Florida. What do you think over? I know you didn't have a ton of time to keep your eyes on that with what you were focusing on, but what'd you think of what happened this weekend down here in Florida?
Yeah, like I said, like I was busy, concentrating on my, my national tournament, because my national tournament was crazy, man. So I was really invested in that. I didn't want to, look at other things, but after the moment, I was able to, check in and see how those teams did. And I'm pretty, obviously I'm proud of, Coach B, winning his 20th. I'm happy to be part of that family. I'm happy to be part of that wrestling program. That's where I came from. That's what gave me the knowledge and the grit to be able to move on and do great things in my life. So I'm extremely grateful for, Victor Balmaceda and Duck and Chino and Alex and, all those guys that, that make South Dade great. David Suniga, my boy, we go way back when I wrestled. He's one of, the guys that, when I wasn't too good at wrestling, he's one of my buddies that actually like helped me get better. So David, you the man. And Dade County as a whole wrestled well, man. I'm proud of Southwest. I love those Southwest guys, man. Those Cubans that just show up and fight. You can't teach that. So they won their district, their region, and they obviously took second at the state tournament. But those guys are fun. They're good people. They're they transfer to the next level, and they're the kids that I like. I have a whole bunch of Southwest kids on my team, and I love them. South Ridge had a couple state placers. They're a great program. My boy Jacob Grant at Columbus had his first state champ, so pretty proud of him. We were texting during the weekend, and he's the man. And if I forget any Dade County team, I'm proud of Dade County as a whole. And hey, if you want me, I'm in Miami. This is where I'm from. If you ever come ever in the area, get a hold of me on social media or get my phone number for somebody. I'd love to come by your room and share some of my knowledge. And there's nothing better than giving back to the program that has given me so much, in the state of Florida. So if you want me to come by, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, South Florida as a whole, I mean, even, and I think is it Broward County where Gibbons and Somerset are?
Yeah, I think Cardinal Gibbons is for Lauderdale area, I believe. And Somerset's in Pembroke Pines, I think.
Yeah, they obviously Somerset won it all, but man, Gibbons.
Oh yeah, Somerset, Coach Blasucci, you the man. That's awesome, man. I go way back with Blasucci. He's an interesting dude, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, and obviously Gibbons brought a few kids, man, and all their kids were there to wrestle, man. It was awesome. But hey, in the meantime, while all this stuff is going on, you're back in what was it, Wichita, Kansas?
Yeah, Wichita, Kansas, man. That's a great place.
I saw a photo of your boy Cole smoking a cigar with the national championship in his hands, and man, first of all, what did it feel like? I know you took this program. Now, it was an upstart program when you got it. You were the first coach, or you were the second
No,
coach?
I was the second coach. The first coach was Miller. He's a D1 All-American for Central Michigan. He was good. But I took the program to a whole new level. I went through some stuff at Life, man. My first year coaching, there was a scandal that went on at Life that that was just bad. I had to deal with some things that somebody was involved in the wrestling program did, and it was pretty tough for me to overcome that. So we took a little bit of heat for that. I lost recruits. But I'm a competitor. After it passed, obviously I kept getting better at recruiting. I kept getting better as a person. I kept getting better as in every aspect of my life, and that's what ended up us keep climbing to be the best that we could be. Where we're at now.
Yeah, and you've been building the program, not just the program, but your coaching staff little by little. I know, I mean, obviously initially it was just you, and then you brought in Cole, and now you just brought in some coaches. When I was up there for that tri-dual, you had just hired a few more coaches to the staff. Um, Obviously, what have all these guys meant to you, and how do you get not just your coaches but your kids to, as you call it, really drink the Kool-Aid?
First I want to say thank you to Jamil. Jamil was like my first hire. He's at Southeastern now. I want to say thank you. He's the man. I told him at the national tournament he gets 5% of our championship because there's still one or two guys that he coached. So I'm extremely thankful for him. He's a good friend of mine. But Cole, Cole's great. I met him at a camp in Florida, and I just knew that he was somebody I want to have on my side to help me manage the team and all that stuff. I was able to bring Quentin Haynes, four-time All-American from Grandview. We were teammates. I also coached him for a year. So, as soon as he was somewhere and he wasn't happy where he was at, I was like, hey, man, just come to Atlanta, man. Like, you'll love it here. So that's all I had to tell him. Next thing you know, Q's down here and in Atlanta. And, those are my right-hand men. And then Dalton Bailey, he was a two-time national finalist for me. He never left the program. He always stuck around. And I'm proud of that guy. That guy does anything for the program. He just, he has, and the thing I like about all my, my coaching staff, that they put the athletes first. They put their egos aside and put athletes first. And that's what it's all about. And there's more guys that came in and continually helped out, like my student assistants, like Lucius Van Rensburg. He's a national finalist for me. He's the man. He came in and still scrapped with the guys because as we get older, we can't go and wrestle as much live anymore. Same thing with Freddie Rodriguez. He's a two-time JUCO national champ. Then he went wrestling at SIUE. He came in. He's a pretty intense guy. You either like Freddie or you hate him. So I like having him on the side because he keeps the guys on on the edge and tells them what they need to hear.
Also, you've kind of transitioned Ozzie Lay into maybe kind of a leader and an assistant coach and helping out with the tutoring and the educational aspect. And every time I see him, he's so proud to be a part of that. Even though he's not on the mat, he knows that he really feels like he's doing his part. I mean, what has that meant to you?
Ozzie, the goal was for him. He's just redshirting this year, so he's gonna wrestle for the next 2 years. So yeah, so he was just redshirting. So I know he's super smart. So he's my work study. So basically, what I did was just, this is your job. Tour these guys. So that's
amazing. And you do this with a lot of guys. I've been up there twice with you, and just because they're not wrestling doesn't mean that they don't have a job on the team. Like, you've given all these guys, just because you're not in the starting lineup, what you do means a lot. You may be a drill partner, you may be a tutor, you may be a spotter in the weight room, whatever it is that you have them doing. It's obviously working, huh?
Yeah, I tell guys that the team is not just the 12 guys that go out there and represent everybody. It takes everybody for us to compete at a high level. It takes the administration, it takes the guys on the team, it takes everybody. So we take pride in that.
So Chuck Morris says, Coach O, what's going on, Coach? Your boy Zuniga, Coach O. Chuck Morris, Coach O made history. Coach Morris said Coach O made history. Obviously, your boy Zuniga, you gave him a shout out early on. Coach Donnie Simpson, biggest news in wrestling this weekend, in my opinion. bigger than any Big Ten conference storylines. Taking out Grandview is a really, really nice accomplishment. Congratulations, coach.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you, man.
So that's people are starting to chime in. Let's do this. I mean, LifeView 158, Grandview 153. It wasn't something that the whole day you guys were back and forth. You both had 10 guys on the podium, and we talked a little bit about this first. You had a champ where they did not have a champ. You feel like you might have still taken it anyway. The numbers were favoring you towards the end there, but how much of a difference did it make for Brandon Orem to take that title?
So basically going into the finals, we were up by 1, I believe. And, Brandon winning 1, give us some padding, give us some, padding. So if anything happens, Grandview, the 2 Grandview guys were going against 2 extremely tough dudes. So it just made us more confident, like, okay, Brandon wins and then we're good. But the reason why we won was the backside. We went 7-0 on the backside, literally majoring and pinning people and teching people on the backside. That's what made us win, the national championship. Those 7 matches that we went perfect, that's what gave us the boost to be where we're at right now. It's crazy, man. The energy was just great, man.
Yeah, and I know, first of all, shout out to Orem, McCray, Johnson, Stonecheck, Bass, Ohi, Eichart, Hadwin, Lana, Mastamella. If I screwed up any of your names, my bad. But shout out to all you dudes for putting in the work for Omi and getting it done. McCray, man, listen, this kid Portillo is one of the best wrestlers in the country. His twin brothers going up for a D2 national championship this weekend. They're a great family, but for McCray to pull off that win, that had to be something.
Yeah, we beat them before, so we knew we kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because they've got a little bit of a rivalry, right? They've been back and forth with each other, I know.
Yeah.
But now Orem is the kid that Portillo almost lost to, right? And he said to me, hey, I love McCray. He's a good dude, but they got a young kid over there that's really good. And that's the one, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, he showed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Orem's a gamer, man. Just listen, man. He's super smart, so he listens and he adapted. He watched film to get to know what we need to do, and we knew we had to stay on the offense, and that's what he did. Camden plays, man.
And we'll get into some other stuff, but first of all, you had a 5-year plan. You put it in place. You did it. Is that plan solid now, or is there still steps you're going through to get where you really want to be? I mean, is it you don't just want one of these, you want to be the Grandview, right?
Well, I don't want to be the Grandview, like we want to be life. And we did what we have to do, but it doesn't stop there. Just because we won, doesn't mean that, oh my God, that we're life champs. No. I was in my office on Monday because I know what it takes, that I need to continue to do what I'm doing so that I build my dynasty and we're the team to beat. Now, before Grandview was the team that everybody wanted to beat, now we're the team to beat, and now we're going to get better. And now, the whole department's going to get better as a whole because we brought a national championship. We could do it at Life. Every sport that's at Life could win a national championship. And that's how it started when I was at Grandview. We were the first team to win a wrestling championship. And next thing you know, football's winning, all the other teams started winning. So it's just not just, this is bigger than wrestling. This is just going to make the university as a whole believe that it could be done. It could be done in Atlanta. It could be done on LifeView. Why not us? And that was the goal. Why not LifeView? It doesn't say in the history books that we can't win a freaking national title. We went out and got it. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And there was like a great little article on track wrestling. And in there it mentioned, what Grandview and what Mitchell has meant to you in your life. And what was that connection like this weekend with Coach Mitchell? He had mentioned on there, look, obviously I want to win, but I love Omi. And you were one of his first ever wrestlers. What was that conversation like this weekend after you won it? And what has Mitchell meant to you, obviously, as a human and what you're doing now?
I'm going to start what he meant to me. I mean, he's like a father figure, like I'm like any other kid. I was I went to JUCO. I was a crazy Miami kid that thought things were my way or the highway, and he took his time. I bought into the system. I bought into what they believe in. I bought into what they preach. So I was a JUCO national champ. I went to NAIA nationals my junior year. I didn't place, and Grandview we ended up not doing so good, right? So then I changed my life completely, and I bought into the system, championship lifestyle, and ended up being a national champ. And that, if I wouldn't have made those lifestyle changes, I would not be in a happy place right now. I would not be where I am right now. So I'm extremely thankful for him to, recruiting me and taking his time to get me to where I need to be and teaching me that, what it takes to work hard. And then that's what I did. And at the national tournament, I talked to Mitchell. We have we have a good relationship. I still call him for advice. Before my national qualifiers, I was talking on the phone with him about different things that I could do or not. Ask him for advice. Same thing with Paul Reedy, the assistant coach. So it was just, we shook hands. We looked at each other, and we know this is the nature of the beast. It's somebody has to lose. Even though I have love for him, he's beat me before. So it's just the nature of the beast, man. It's a competition. So
yeah, I know you're a big mindset guy, and you really push these kids. And I know you went and just got your ass handed to you 40-0 to them, and a lot of your guys could have just been like, damn, we suck, right? But you really got in their heads, and from there you watched a lot of tape. You talked about looking at what happened, how to set the team up right, the matchups, and obviously you came back and did your thing. But when you talked about those wrestlebacks, I've been in your locker room, right? I've heard the way you talk to them. I heard how you pick at their heads. I heard what you say. How important are those conversations to get those kids to go through those wrestlebacks and do what they did?
Hey, you gotta believe, man. Like, we do a lot of mindset exercises. We sit down, turn the lights off, and just, after hard practice, just breathe and think about put ourselves in that happy place, put ourselves in those situations. And, wrestling is a lot have to do with mental. And this year, I would say probably the biggest difference is that we took time to like really talk to them and bring in that positivity. We had no negativity around at all. If somebody said something negative, they could kick rocks. Doesn't matter who it is. So we just had that mindset. And obviously, we have a strong bond between our team and our faith. We pray as a team before. We just felt like God was with us this weekend. Like, we really, we have guys from all over the place, different religions, but we had the same goal in mind. We believe in a higher power. We prayed together, and we came together as a team, and that was a result of great mindset, great faith, and just having God on our side, and wrestling as hard as we can every match. Period.
Yeah, because having this show now and getting the opportunity to be down on mats, something I noticed this weekend, and I'm sure that's you guys as coaches really have to get these kids out of that mindset, is you'll see kids that they'll win their first match, or they may win their second match, but then they lose and they end up in the wrestlebacks. And then all of a sudden you don't see that same type of energy, that same type of grind, that same type of want. And you're going, whoa, they looked a lot better over there. And now, because kind of the balloon's been popped, right? So it's got to be a huge job to be able to grab them and be like, wait a second, you're not out of it, right? Like,
yeah,
there's still wrestling to be done, and getting them to do that. But man, that's awesome. Again, shout out to you, your team, your coaches. Look, you had to see there was a lot of Florida kids out there this week that did some big things for these NAIA schools, and obviously NAIA has had a great year. We saw a team obviously go up to a D1 school and do some good things there, and we've read some great articles this year about NAIA, and you're starting to see a lot of Division I kids transfer into those programs. From day one when you got to the NAIA to now, there's probably 20 more teams. There's the competition has gotten better. What are some of the things you notice, the level that it's gotten to where kids are out there right now? What do you tell kids that want to wrestle in college and they have that perception that, oh, it's NCAA or bust, or it's Division I or bust? Come to Life View.
Like the thing is just to get a degree, right, and wrestle at a high level. If they're worrying too much about Division I, Yeah, Division 1 is the dream. I wanted to wrestle Division 1. Obviously, it wasn't the fit for me. So we just got to make sure we help these kids realize that you can still wrestle at a high level, still compete for a national title, and get a degree at a small college. And to be fair, any team in the Southeast that's no matter the division, we would love to wrestle them. Come wrestle LifeU, and just put it on the line, and that would be sweet just to see. And that is good for the kids that are trying to pick where they want to go. Hey, we're right here, man. We compete at a high level, and we'll wrestle anybody anywhere. So, LifeU's in my opinion, the best team in the Southeast, and I'll wrestle anybody.
And kids out there right now that are looking for a school to go to, Omi, how do they get in touch with you?
Social media. You can follow me on Instagram. Follow the LifeU Wrestling Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. I'm easy to get a hold of. Just shoot me a direct message or fill out an athletic questionnaire at the Life Running Eagles website.
Cool, man. Now, the season, I mean, obviously you're still putting in work. Your NAIA season is over, but I know that you've got a lot of stuff coming up this summer, different camps and things. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a freestyle camp coming up sometime soon, probably April or May. It's a commuter camp, just a 1-day freestyle camp. So hopefully we get some good numbers there. Then in the summer, we're gonna do our first team duels camp. So we want to get 10 to 15 teams to come up and just wrestle a whole bunch of duels, learn some technique, and then go home. And then we want to do another commuter camp in the summer, and then a residential camp. So I will be setting up those dates soon as I can, so I could get them out there and see if we could get some teams to come up here.
Yeah, that's the commuter camps are the ones I've heard where you have commuter camps where they commute to you, but there's camps that you do at some of these local high schools.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, I have I go to a whole bunch of different high schools and run camps. So if you want me to come to your high school, let me know. We'll bring my coaching staff and we'll run a great clinic. It'll be fun, and you guys will get a lot out of it.
Awesome, man. Hey, well, listen, man, enjoy the Miami weather. I know you're going to head out to the beach.
Oh yeah.
I know you had mentioned your sister's in town, so spend some quality time with family and enjoy this moment. And obviously, I'm sure you'll be back to work soon and getting ready to do this. And I'm sure I'll have Cole on here. But yeah, shout out to your team, shout out to your kids, and shout out to LifeU, man. Listen, boys and girls, they got some good wrestling up there. If you're looking to wrestle, man, check them out. Chino Duran says, "What's up, homie?"
What's up, coach?
All right, man. Hey, enjoy the weather, enjoy family, and thanks so much for hitting me up last night. I'm glad to have you on.
All right, thank you. You're the man.
All right, brother.